Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. So we've done a poll on our YouTube channel and Twitter. Luckily enough, one person voted, so whoever you are, thank you. We're going to be doing the Haunted Mansion. I've got my little fella in here so I can get the scale correct. I've been having a look at a few different houses. So what we're going to do is we are going to block the house. We're just going to create a few blocks, believe it or not, just to create the house, see where we go with it. As I say, I've been looking around and this is one that I quite like the look of. Seems to be a stereotypical kind of house. It's going to be maybe that big, however that big is. So we're going for, say, 15 meters. So it's going to be a nice large mansion. So this is kind of going to be the veranda, I guess. So we're just going to make it a wee bit bigger. And then we're just going to add in another block, shift duplicate to create the house. So this is going to be effectively going to be the house. So that's it's going to be quite a large mansion, so we can like walk around different areas. I should make it a little bit. That's where we are at 9.9, say 12 maybe. I mean, we can change it, so there's no biggie. In fact, what we're going to do, we're going to add in a block here. So this is going to be like the front. I think I always find scary houses always have that center column. So that's what this is going to have, a center column. We're probably going to go about maybe 4, it's going to be 3 stories high. So 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to have the kind of roof. So you have the ceiling 1, 2, 3. So that's how high it's going to be. And then we've got to make it 15 wide. And what did I say it was? 12 deep. 12 deep. So this is going to be the house. Kind of like that. And then here, in fact, we just want to set that back a little bit. Because what we want to do is go to edit, ring cut or loop cut. Well, that's actually just quite a nice. I know, we'll just scale that in a little bit. Scale on the X, maybe like that, and then we can extrude this part out. So we hit number 3 and extrude on the Y. Okay, something like that. Although, yeah, something like that, I think. So that's kind of like the shape. Then it's going to have the roof on top. So shift A, let's create another cube. So we're just going to block it for now. So the X is 15, the Y is 12. And this is going to be the roof. Let's enter there. We need to scale that in like something like that. And then we can do a loop cut, scale that in so it gives it that sort of curvature. Control B, and then we'll give it a little bit of a curve. So it's going to be something like that. And I think, really, that's going to be Mahusive. Okay, so let's just bring that down to say 7. I want to say 7 sounds like a good number. So it's going to be kind of like that. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is going to come up a little bit more. So hit that and extrude on the Z. So it's going to sort of come up here. I'm only messing at the moment, so extrude on the Y, kind of like that kind of shape, and then we're going to have another one of these, shift duplicate on the Z, and then we can scale that down, scale shift Z, so you can have something like that on the top, like that. I want to do it, and then just make that a little bit smaller. So it's kind of going to be like that kind of shape. So that's just to block it out to get an idea how big it's going to be. And we're going to have a, let's just duplicate that on the Z, and then we're going to have a kind of veranda sort of thing here. I want to maybe just make that a little bit bigger, like that, and then we can have some columns. Oh, just chuck in a couple of cylinders here, scale that down, so we can have maybe a couple here. Let's just make it that kind of size, and then we're going to just scale shift C. So these are going to be like the columns, and then maybe we'll have shift duplicate on the X, maybe a couple here, and then shift duplicate on the X, a couple here like that. And obviously the roof is going to be a bit bigger than that, so it's going to cover the whole of the roof, the top there like that, maybe on the X as well, just to make it look grand. We're going to have kind of a, let's create a new cube, so we're going to have a window here. We'll just scale that down and up. Let's just scale that down quite a bit, because it's only going to be like a small window. Kind of going to have a window there. Okay, I'm just going to do all transforms, go into edit, and just select these two edges, and Control B to bevel. So that's what the window is going to sort of be like there. And then I think we're going to have a shift, that's object, set origin to geometry, shift D on the X, and then we could bring a window kind of here, kind of like that. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. I mean, what I'll do is I'll get the person up there in a minute, just so we can see. Shift X, one there, and then we'll have some windows, shift duplicate on the Z down here. Obviously going to make him a bit bigger, like so, like that. Are we going to have any doors there? I mean, it's a veranda, so maybe what we could do, is extrude. Let's just roll that out. Let's just do a loop cut in there, and then bring that across to there. Maybe we can just extend that extrude on the Y. Maybe we could come around here. Maybe at some point you've got to come around here and hide. I don't know. Maybe something like that. And then obviously these two duplicate on the Z are going to be down here. Duplicate on the X. This is going to be the door. We'll obviously move our man out of the way in a minute. Let's make that a little bit 1.82. Let's make it 2. Oh, that's high. Oh, right, okay, that's 2.5. 21 meters. 2.5. Oh, it looks like Han Solo. Stuck in the thing. Anyway, what we need to do now is just select the hierarchy. Hopefully that's selected everything. There we go. So we've got him. So that's our doorway. That's just a nice size. We've got our thing here. Oh, tell you what we do need is maybe we could have a doorway there. Shift duplicate on the X. That'll be our doorway. Oh, do you know what's up that? Let's just duplicate that. Shift duplicate Z. We'll have it kind of the same there. So that's our doorway. Select hierarchy, which is big enough, so we can come out here. And then up here, I guess the floor is going to be around about where this is kind of, oh yeah, that's not quite a nice height actually, both there and there. And then up here in this little room, actually I guess no, maybe we need to make that a little bit higher, sort of there. So we're just going to move this all up. About, let's just put on that so we can see our fella. Maybe have it about there, and this bit we can just extend that like so. So that's where it's going to be, kind of like that. And then maybe we'll have a chimney or something for aesthetics sort of coming out. And then we want a smaller window. Shift duplicate on the Z. So we'll have a smaller window here. And maybe another veranda type thing. Just kind of here, just for like the width of that. What is that width? Don't know. Whoops. So we'll just make that the width of that, just for show. Whether it gets used or not, I don't know at the moment. But that's kind of where we are, I think. There's our little man. Select hierarchy. I think that is not bad. We'll obviously put some windows around the back, maybe a door. We'll put in a plane, scale that up, kind of like that. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Select hierarchy. It's going to be enough rooms in there for a little walk around, and don't forget we will have to have the basement, because let's face it, that's where everything happens in the scary films. So we've got to have a basement down there. So I guess we could have the basement the same width, same size as the house, couldn't we? So we could just like shift duplicate on the Z. We obviously don't need all of that, so we can just bring that back down. That we don't really need. That we can just delete face. And then we can pretty much halve that to say 2.5. So it's going to be big enough. So it's going to be our basement, and we'll have some stuff going on down there. So that's what our house is going to look like. All I've got to do now is build it. Right, so I hope you like the start of our haunted mansion experience. Well, once the house is all done, all the insides, all the modelling, all the assets, we can then import it into the Unreal Engine, and then just take it from there. So if you want to follow along with this cheeky little experience, horror experience, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video and give us a thumbs up. And we will see you on the next video. Ta-da!